Alright, hello everyone. Today I am filming a photography video. I have had this on my list for quite a while to film and experiment with myself, and then kind of maybe if I have anything to share with you, kind of share it. I have my camera currently set up. I'm recording on my phone. I have my camera set up. I have for anyone who might be curious, a Canon 77D. I'm using just like the kit lens, the 35 to 55. Oh no, sorry, 18 to 55, my bad. Lens with a widening macro lens on top of it. The kit lens is busted, so I have to manually focus it every time I want to use it, but I just wanted the wide purpose because I might switch then to my 55mm, which is my beloved portrait lens, but this can be a little bit difficult with self-portraits, especially in this situation, because normally when I use this, I use my phone to control the camera, and also just it's a lot more work for me to like be moving myself in the camera, because this lens is obviously very controlled in terms of its focal length and whatnot. So I like to use this to have a little bit of flexibility with the zoom and the focus. I obviously just run into the issue of certain times it being out of focus, but that's obviously not important unless you have a similar issue to me. So I want to play around with Saran wrap versus parchment paper, what portrait styles you can get with Saran wrap. I've seen pictures of it and it always looks really magical, and I've seen a lot of portraits in an outside natural setting, which I generally do prefer to shoot, but I'm kind of interested in a more, I don't even want to say studio, but a more like controlled light setting. I'd be interested in seeing kind of how that goes. I was just gonna kind of stay very simple to how I look right now, so that's not the most exciting. If I get like a spurt of energy, I might do some makeup or change my outfit a couple times to kind of see what happens. But generally for self-portraits, I tend to shoot very close, generally just upper body. I don't do too much outside of that. So let's just kind of see what we get, you know? So I definitely am gonna do, I'm like, this box is destroyed and I'm definitely the one who destroyed it. I'm so hard on Saran wrap. So first we're gonna see what happens with this, because this is the actual like photo hack that I normally see, but I'm also curious about parchment paper. I think it might be a little too like opaque, and I think that's probably why it's not really a thing, but I kind of almost feel like you could get some cool lighting with it. When I shoot with two lights, like I said. They're just pretty inexpensive. Newer is the brand, I think. Newer lights. If I ever need any other like focus lights, I quite honestly use my phone flashlight for just really quick things that I kind of just like hold right at a screen to like get a certain lighting, more direct highlight anywhere, either on my face or with whatever I'm shooting. I know that's technically not quote-unquote professional, but I notice if I don't have my other light on hand, I just use my phone flashlight, also because it's very direct and you can easily like move it where you want it. So that is what we're working with. I'm going to get started on this to kind of just wrap it. So like if this is the lens, I'm gonna like wrap it around it kind of thing, and let's see what happens. So I have my Saran wrap over my camera lens at the moment, and what I'm doing is just kind of playing, again, I grabbed way more than necessary, but I'm just playing around with kind of like how all this can get wrapped. Picture if you like Sharpied the Saran wrap and then created like color opacities. So I kind of think, obviously, if you wanted to like actually tape this down so that it stays. So I don't know. I'm kind of just like fluffing it. What happens if you just totally cut it? That's kind of an interesting idea. All right, my hair is a mess. No, get away from that. My fingers are Dorito-y. I have dogs here wanting my Doritos. I played around I played around with the parchment paper for like a second. It absolutely does not work, which I kind of anticipated happening. I just wanted to try it. It basically creates less of an effect than the, I took some pictures with colored tissue paper from Dollar Tree. That actually works super well. I have some pictures on Instagram. Go check them out at showboat_Lynn. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested. I could even do a video on it if you'd like me to. I like doing this kind of stuff, so I can. So I kind of played around with some different stuff. Let me swap the camera and we can show you. Right. You're gonna have to see my cheesy fingers a lot. They're literally wanting it. So I did some where like this was just like kind of flat because it created an interesting, sorry, I'm changing. It created like an interesting, you know, just kind of like cover to the image. Obviously I played around with wrapping it. That one was a little bit difficult just because I was being lazy and didn't tape it. So for me personally, I almost think like doing this and kind of that is my fave. And then I did actually do a couple where I would put it on a timer. Let me show you. And then I would kind of fling this in front and then you get like the effect. So like you get a lot of movement and like interesting. And like if you do like too much movement, then like, you know. So that's kind of what I played with. So I'll show you what came from that. And yeah. Hey, what are you doing? So I went through and I always use Adobe Lightroom just because it's a really good large batch photo editor. And I always make like a quick collection, as you'll see. Or it's like my quick collection. It's just the photos that I've saved kind of as special photos in Lightroom. So I narrowed it down to like maybe 12 photos out of the ones I shot. So generally what I like to edit first is quite frankly the clarity or like dehazing or texture. I kind of like to focus on those first because those do slightly alter everything else, like lighting and stuff. And I kind of have a bad habit of underlighting a lot of things. These I personally don't think I did, or I'm okay with the amount of light that I have in here, so I try not to touch that too much. So I really did like to focus on the clarity, or like, because that kind of would start to change the saran wrap versus my skin and kind of what was clear and what wasn't. So I kind of focused on that first. I almost always amp up the warmth. Even on my camera, I set the color tone to more warm, and yet I still up the warmth in my photos. I kind of then just decided to play with a little bit of like texture stuff. Really, that's all I focused on was smoothness, luminescence, whatever. And then really, other than that, I think I just downed I messed with the shadows like a little bit kind of, but really in the end, like I don't think I made it that different. And I like show a before and after. I kind of just made it warmer, made a couple shadows stand out more, so it had a little more dimension than you see. And then I truly like copy and pasted through them. Some needed a little more like upping in light if I was farther away from the camera, because then like the saran wrap really like covered more and like you couldn't see as much as like the light bouncing off my skin. Kind of the last ones there where I'm just kind of playing around with my dogs. You can see the effects more so just truly on skin because the saran wrap obviously isn't there for like 2 images. So it really did just like warm things up, smooth things out a little bit. That's really all I changed about the photo. But yeah, so that is it. That is all the photos I chose to edit, and I hope you liked it. I actually kind of found this interesting, and I think I'm gonna start to use something like this more often. Maybe keep a little bit of saran wrap with me when I'm out shooting. it's just kind of a fun effect, and I kind of want to do one where someone's in water and then you shoot with saran wrap, because it'd be like so hazy and like almost kind of creepy, and I think it'd be really fun. Sorry, I'm like uncomfortable. But yeah, I like the process that happened with these photos. I do have to say I'm not personally obsessed with a lot of these photos. I think, like I said, the effect is fun. I can just, for me personally, I can tell I wasn't really into it. I was so tired shooting this. I think like I was going crazy just shooting Doritos because I literally didn't know what else to shoot, but it was fun. I just definitely like want to try this again because I think I could create better ideas for it because I had no idea what I was doing. So I really hope you like this video. If you shoot anything using like saran wrap to kind of effect with it, mess with it, do something weird, please share it with me, either on Twitter or Instagram at Shelba_Lynn. I would love to see it. I love to see it. Literally any photography or work you want to share with me, please do. I would love to see it. But yeah, so I guess keep an eye on my Instagram. I'll probably be posting more saran wrap kind of pictures. And that's it. Let me know down below what you thought. Would you ever try this? What other effects or photography ideas do you want me to test out or talk about or explain or anything of the sort? So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.